Hi, everybody. It's Jeannie Lyons, CEO and founder of Accelerated Synergies. And the G word for today is guilt. And let me tell you about how I avoided feeling guilty today. So, I had made an appointment to get a wonderful facial, and time kept marching on. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I don't have my live with you people today, I'm going to feel guilty. And I didn't want to do that. So I avoided my feelings of guilt by, even though it's late today, coming to you with the G word. So there are two types of guilt. There's proportionate guilt and disproportionate guilt. Is guilt always bad? No, not really. Because if we didn't feel guilty about robbing a bank, then it wouldn't be a very good society. So there's proportionate and disproportionate guilt. Having a healthy sense of guilt is good. And it's important to identify which type of guilt that you have. One of the things that people at our age start to feel guilty about is not what they've done, but what they haven't done. We know we're meant to live a fulfilling life, and I hate to have anyone say, I wish I had. I wish I had gone for that career with meaning and purpose. What are some other disproportionate feelings of guilt that you might have? Well, maybe you and your best friend are going for a promotion at work, and you feel guilty because you got the promotion and she didn't. Well, think about that. That is disproportionate guilt, and I'm sure you worked hard for that. Some other things that we may feel guilty about are getting a divorce or going bankrupt or not meeting our commitments. Usually, often, we feel guilty because we haven't put somebody else before us. And that's not a good reason to feel guilty. I did take the time today to get that facial. I feel marvelous. My hair looks like heck. However, I'm sure you understand. So let's get real about guilt. And what can you do about it? Well, don't punish yourself. Practice forgiveness, even on yourself. How would you feel if someone else did what you had wanted to do and put themselves first? Would you be angry with them? Probably not. You realize that self-care is very important and nothing to feel guilty about. And if we did do something wrong, just accept it. Remember, nobody is perfect, and we're not going to be perfect by a long shot. So accept that you were wrong and move forward, because guilt is an emotion in the past. Okay, we can't feel guilty about, well, you feel guilty now, but the event occurred in the past, and you can't feel guilty about something that hasn't happened yet. So it's really important to stay in the now and not dwell on the past, because guilt and shame, which are closely related, don't do us any good. And if you have excessive feelings of guilt, keep track of it. Maybe have a journal and see, was this proportionate guilt that you felt, or was it disproportionate guilt? So focus on the now, and remember, just let it go. We can't keep carrying this forward and forward and forward. It's not doing us any good. And if you're still having trouble getting rid of feelings and guilt, schedule a call with me, and I can take you through the process of how to get rid of our common negative emotions: anger, sadness, fear, and guilt. And I'd love to talk to you more about it. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. And remember, let it go. And I'll see you next time. FGH for our H word. Thanks so much for joining me.